Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Find Your Joy, and I'm Joy. You found me. It is Friday, it's card night. Who brought the snacks? Anyone got dessert? Anyone? I guess I got some crackers. All right, so let's make some granny squares, y'all. So last week we drew out a card from our counterfeit booklet. And it was number 2, and that is the Sunrose square. So this square is our counterfeit deck, which turns out to be a real pattern in the Granny Source, the ultimate Granny Square Source book. I'm going to try and say that 3 times fast one day. Today is not that day. So this square has 6 colors, and I'm going to choose out of my Roy G. Biv bag that I have of my Premier Everyday Cotton, no, Home Cotton, Premier Home Cotton. I am going to pull them out in the order they will go from middle to outside. So our first color is green. Lime green is the color. Color number 2 is sunflower. Color number 3, this is an orange. I'm not quite sure of the name. I need to go find it because I've got 2 more skeins of this at home, so I need to find the actual color of that one. All right, so we've got green, yellow, orange, purple, or violet, which is also called passion fruit. 5 is cranberry. That's the R in the Roy G. Biv. And last but not least is blue. I have this label. Where did I put this label? All right, so here are my colors in order. We're doing green, yellow, orange, purple, red, blue. So those are the colors for the Sunrose square. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down in the order so I can remember. And then I'll come back in a little bit and we'll pick the colors for the other 2 squares. Okay, so now we're going to use our acrylics and pick the colors for, color for single color. All right, so let's number them. Start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I've lost count already. How am I going to do this? All right. Starting up here with 1, going across to the blue, that's 1 through 4. Start with the red, go across to the black, that's 5 through 8. All right, the white, maroon, pumpkin, pink, that's 9 through 12. These blues, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sorry, it keeps messing with my. So that's 12 through 16. And then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Actually, 20, 21. Let's do. Boom. All right. All of this to pick one. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 21. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 21. She doesn't listen.
Here's a number between 1 and 21. It's 16. By the way, I am trying to respond from the right place. Was this the device you expected?
Yes. All right, so 16 was...
Perfect. I picked 15 for you.
You said 16. Did she say 15?
Actually, I picked 15, not 16. My math skills are solid, but maybe my pronunciation needs work.
Okay, now I gotta go listen to the video. Hold, please. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 21. She doesn't listen.
Here's a number between 1 and 21. It's 16.
She clearly said 16. So, but I went back and watched, and apparently my counting skills were a little off there in that middle, but the, I said 12 through 16. It was 13, 14, 15, 16, but she picked 16. She picked 16, which turned out to be the soft navy. So this will be our single color square. So now, let's see if we can trust her to pick 4 more. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to ask her to do between 1 and 21. So if number 16 again, we'll just ask her to pick another number. All right, wish us luck. Alexa, please pick 4 numbers between 1 and 21.
Here are your 4 numbers: 14, 11, 8, and 21.
14, 8, 11, and 21. All right, so 14, 8, 11, 8, 9, 11, and 21. All right, so we've got Super Saver in light blue. We've got black in Big Twist. We've got Super Saver in royal. And we've got Big Twist in lilac. So those are the 4 colors for the marigold. Should I have gone with flower colors? Middle, black petals, blue petals, purple. Yeah, no, I'm going with what Alexa chose. So those are our colors. Let's make some squares.
What can I help you with?
not easy. Okay. Okay, and then, okay, now it says, take the hook out of the loop and bring the loop in front of the chain 6. Of round 4, okay. Chain 1, including the chain of round 4. Okay, I think I got that. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna repeat this. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this first set of stitches I did, I don't think I did them right. And I don't think these are wrapped around the right part of the stitch, so we're going to start all over again. Okay, hear me out. This is my rendition of what I think the person who created this stitch was thinking when they were making this square. What is the most awkward, uncomfortable stitch I can create that is really, really hard to do and makes it really difficult? I know, let's make it a triple. It's got to be a triple because we got to have all the extra twists and turns that we can have. And let's put it in back post, because back post is definitely the most awkward way to create a stitch. But we gotta hold something to the front, so there's more things to hold on to. Ooh, I know. And let's turn it into a drinking game. Every time your wrist pops, you have to take a drink. Yeah, that's how this is gonna work. And I think in the pattern they left a set of directions out. I'll when I finish this round, I'll come back and see if they did, because I added something in that isn't written down in the pattern. But yeah, this round, this is my third time doing this one, and y'all, oh my god, I don't think our wrists are meant to move like this. And oh my god, okay. And you gotta make sure you're in the right spot and you have all the right stitches covered, but no extras. Okay. Criminy. Ooh, okay, now that they got that done, let's have them take the hook out so that there's a chance they could drop it. All right, okay, I can do this. All right, let's talk granny squares. Now that I've had a good night, I had a night's sleep. It was, I think, weird dreams, but that's okay. And I stayed up too late working on a certain granny square. So, hello. Hi. Say hi, Heidi. Hi. Say hi. Did you come in to be on film, huh? Did you want to see all of your fans on YouTube? They're that way. Oh, they're right over there. Let them see that pretty face. Let them see that pretty face. Alrighty. Okay. Wanna go outside? Alright. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, everybody give it up for Heidi. She was a great guest, wasn't she? Alright, so we're going to start with the original Granny Square card deck by Claire Montgomery. And last week we drew out number 2. So that one, this was like super, super easy. Single color Granny Square. Seriously, 4 rounds of granny clusters with a stitch in between and 3 in the corners. Doesn't get much easier than that. And I used the Red Heart. Was it Red Heart? Yes, Red Heart Super Saver, soft navy. And this was super easy. Nope, I have not woven the tails yet, either side. So still have to do that. But that was the first one we did. Super easy. And then we moved to the flower deck. And that one, I just had the cards in my hand. Did I not? I did. And then I set a granny square on top of them. Alright, so number 2, we moved on to the Granny Square Flowers card deck, also by Claire Montgomery. And number 2 was the Marigold. And here is our final square for the Marigold. And the colors that I used on this one were Red Heart Light Blue in the middle, Big Twist Black, Red Heart Royal, and Big Twist Lilac. And I really like how these colors came out together. They're gorgeous. All right, now let's go to the counterfeit card deck, or the dooklet as I am now calling it. Well, that's what they called it, so dooklet. But we found the real pattern in the Ultimate Granny Square Source Book. And this pattern is called Sun Rose. The Sun Rose Square. And let's talk about the pattern creator, since we found out who it really is now. This pattern creator is Adina Tecton. Her, looks like her Instagram and Facebook name is Zip Zip Dreams. I'll have to look her up and see if she is on YouTube. It says she's from Hungary and Turkey. So, and yes, I may have been saying bad things last night while making this, and probably still are thinking of you. Because let me tell you what I wrote down in my notebook regarding this pattern. So first of all, the colors, we used the Premier Home Cottons, and we went green, yellow, orange, violet, red, blue, because we're using the same 6 colors on these squares throughout the whole thing, just to tie them all together. And it came out, it's very nice. It's very nice. It is wrong. After fighting and cursing round 5, turns out I did it wrong. I did. But you know, it took me like 2 hours to do that round. So here's what I wrote in my notebook about this pattern. Ugh. If redo, round 5 goes around round 3. The single crochets, not the double crochet 4 togethers, because that's where I was putting them. I don't know if it will be easier. I don't think it will, because back post, triple, I mean, seriously, the Olympics start tonight, y'all. That could have been an Olympic sport. It was good. This is still gorgeous. And yes, there are still some ends hanging down. But let's compare to our other granny squares and make sure that everybody is staying in the same range for sizes. So we'll start with the original and the flower, because these are going to go in one blanket, right? So 50 cards, 100 cards, 100 squares. It reminds me of Missy's Halloween blanket. So I got to figure out her magic formula that she found for the join as you go on those. But so here is this week's square. Here is last week's square. Y'all, that's a good fit, right? So that is good. So we will join that to that pile of squares from the original Granny Square card deck. And then our flower square that was just in my hand. Y'all, I don't know. You know, my mom used to tell me that if my head wasn't attached, I would have lost it years ago. Okay, the marigold pattern. It's pink. I mean, it's blue, it's black, it's light blue. It's in my lap. All right, so let's do, I'm not going to do last week's because it was kind of that floppy echinacea one. So let's go back to this one. And it is, this week's is just a hair bigger. Oh, you know what? Let's go with this one, because this one, they're all going to get blocked anyway. But this one, okay. Da-doom. There we go. This one, almost the same. Almost. They're all very, very close in size. Including, I don't know, the echinacea one feels a little smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's the right amount of rows. All right. So those are the traditional book size acrylic squares. Let's move on to the Dooklet counterfeit squares made with the Premier Home Cotton. And here is last week's square, the Levantine square. Oh, the outside colors are the same. All right. This week's is a hair bigger. It's a little bit bigger, especially on this side, because it's got triples up here. This is following the pattern, but they all have 80 stitches around. So I'm not sure about blocking cotton, but I think this is going to make a really nice summer blanket. And here's the others from this sequence. So size what? Ooh. Wow, that's a big size difference between those two. But this week's and this one are almost, oh y'all, these are almost identical. Almost. But they're gonna work. I love how these colors are all just going to mishmash and blend together. I gotta figure out if I missed a row on this one. I'll have to look it up and see. But that's this week's card night. The Joys. I hope you had fun. I turned it into a drinking game because I was saying every time my wrist popped on this one, I took a drink. It was coffee, but I took a drink. And yesterday's coffee was we stopped at 7 Brew after Mom's appointment, and they've jumped on my white chocolate raspberry train, y'all. So I got their white, I think it's like a Cupid white chocolate raspberry macchiato. Brought it home, added a white chocolate raspberry protein shake, drank it a little bit, and then later that day I added ice and drank it even more. Today's coffee was no coffee. So I'm on that roller coaster of needing coffee. So I find when I am not finishing them, I need to back off because it's just wasteful. Oh, y'all, it is the weekend coming up. So I have Sunday coming, and that's going to be our challenge video announcement. I just realized I'm wearing red. I should have on my, well, that has red in it too, but let's switch those out. Yeah, I have them both on. Oh, all right, guys. Today was a pretty good day. Trying to avoid looking at things that make me sad. So, we won't do that. All right, so I am going to go ahead, get off of here. Quick update. Mom, she did good. She had a doctor appointment yesterday and today, and she is on her way to recovery. So that is good. And I don't know. I think that's it for now. I'm not sure what will be on Saturday's video. But we'll just have to wait and see. We're worried about Friday right now because it is Friday. And now that I have drug out the Midwest goodbye for just, this was a short Midwest goodbye actually. Do y'all know Midwest goodbyes? My daughter will tell you that I am a pro. I have got them down pat. She has me start saying goodbye at least 30 minutes before we need to leave somewhere because your girl talks. What? Shocking. I know. And look, I have added more to this Midwest goodbye. So on that note, I'm going to tell you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a magnificent weekend. And then, oh, stop. No, we're not done. What are we making next week? See, this is why I can't just say bye. Because no, it never works. We must draw out a card for next week. So, let's go ahead and shuffle our booklet of counterfeit cards. All right. And all right, so here we go. All right, you guys. All right. You guys want to cut the deck? All right, tell me where? When? Right. Say it. Right up, right there. Got it. Okay, we'll cut the deck. Right there. All right. Put that on the bottom. And whatever is on top, that is our card for next week. All right. So this, oh, that's pretty. That is the Rashida square. And that is number 21. So I'll put the rest of the cards back in the box. And then let's double check that the Rashida square is in the Ultimate Granny Square source book. The one thing I don't like about this book is the cards are not in alphabetical order, and there is not an appendix in the back listing them all. So I have to look and see, try to find the picture. There it is right there on page 115. So we'll go to 115. All right, and the Rashida square. All right, it's got the full chart on here. This one is by Inas.craft from Indonesia, and it's INAS.craft. It looks like Instagram, and her webpage is inascraft.com. All right, this is an intermediate skill level. 1, 2, 3. This one only has 5 colors. And it does make an 80 stitch square. Special stitches. 4 double crochet popcorn stitch. 3 double crochet bubbles. Front post trebles. Okay, last night was back post trebles, which when I first started doing them, I did as front post. So last night was back post, but I accidentally did front post, but it was, these are front post trebles and single crochet 2 stitches together. So those are the so nothing new to learn. All right, 8 rounds, 5 colors. That is our Rashida square. So that is number 21 in our rail card deck. Let's pull out number 21. All right. All right, here we go, 21. And this is the puff circle to square. All right, so we've got some puff stitches in there. We start off going round and then we just make it into a square. All right, so that is our original Granny Square card deck choice for next week. And then the flower deck. Can actually show the cards now, so let's do. I'm gonna have to pull out the ones we've already used so I can put them with their squares. But let's find card number 21. Oh, I opened right to it. Oh, this is one that I'm gonna probably go with these colors. This is the poppy. Puppies. All right, so we have our 3 cards picked for next week's game night. Card night at Joy's. All right, so let's put those back in the box. Put the lids on them. And now, back to our goodbyes. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day. I love you guys. Have a great day. Make it a great day. And find your joy. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.